All right. Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to take a look at graphing lines. Guys, you recognize these lines are in slope-intercept form. That's that equation of lines we talked about yesterday, where again, m is the slope of the line, and b, that is the y-intercept of the line. Okay? Um, so if we're looking at this line here in number 1, we can identify the slope as -1/2 and the y-intercept as +4. Okay, that's useful for graphing. In fact, we can graph using only those two things. All right, so I understand many of you guys don't have graphing paper, so I wanted to take a minute to show you how you can make your own graph if that's the case for you. Okay, so we've got our x-axis, our y-axis. I guess the y-intercept is where we cross the y-axis, so that is up 4. Up 1, 2, 3, 4. Our y-intercept there is at +4. Okay. The slope is -1/2. If we think of that slope as rise over run, the rise has to be -1. So really, instead of rising, you're going to go down 1. So let me use another color kind of here to illustrate slope. So we're going to go down 1, and we're going to go right 2 units. That's -1/2. Down 1, right 2. Okay. And so that's where our second point is going to be. Right, graphing a line only takes 2 points. So using those 2 points, you can, just as best you can, sometimes useful if you have a straight edge. It's a little easier to graph connecting your 2 points. But sketching it, guys, I freehanded that. Doesn't look too bad, okay? So you guys can certainly create your own coordinate planes. And if I know this line, it worked out where I only needed those few marks, guys, occasionally, I mean, you can go negative on your x-axis, -1, -2, -3. Guys, at this one, I went out to +3. You could have gone down, -2, -3. Guys, as far as you needed to. So creating your own coordinate planes and sketching, guys, you guys can do this, okay? It does take a little more work, but using a straight edge can certainly be helpful as well. All right, let's take a look at number 2 here. Identifying slope and y-intercept. Slope is the number there in front of x, so slope is 2/5. B is -2. Okay, so I've got my y-axis, I've got my x-axis, because I've got a y-intercept of -2, so that's on my y-axis. I'm going to go down 2. That's -1, -2. Okay. And I guess having a slope of 2/5, I know I'm going to have to go up a little bit, and I'm going to have to go right a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, I'm going to have to go right 5 if I'm thinking about rise over run. Okay. I'll use red to kind of highlight the slope again here. So my rise, I'm going up 2. So from my point, I'm going up 2 units. And then I need to run 5 units. 5 units to the right. So there is going to be, I went, again, up 2 units, right 5 units. So these are my 2 points on my line. Okay. All right, guys, as has been the case most days. Got a couple special cases here for you guys. What stands out on number 3? Again, if you're thinking in the context of y equals mx plus b, guys, certainly there's an mx, but there is no b. Okay, so what's that mean? Because that means the y-intercept is 0. That's going to be at the origin. And the slope is 3. Okay. So let's graph this. I said the y-intercept is going to be at the origin. Okay, so where is 0 in the y? Okay, so here's 1, here's -1, so 0. That is my y-intercept. Okay, guys, I got a slope of 3, or 3 over 1, so I need to go up 3. I need to go over 1, so my slope, I went up 3 units, right 1 unit, and I got that point. So again, connecting those two using a straight edge or freehanding, you can see your line pretty clearly. Right? And one more special case here, guys. This we should be becoming a little more familiar. Guys, there's no x term here, meaning that the slope on this problem is 0. Last 2 days we've talked about slope is 0, means that this is a horizontal line. Okay, the y-intercept here would be -1. So if you're graphing this, the y-intercept at -1, because this is just going to be the horizontal line through -1. Maybe I should have used another color because that's really close to my x-axis. There, that's my line in red. Okay, alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you find this helpful. Guys, I did post a discussion yesterday. I'm going to keep that going. If you guys come up with questions, throw them in that discussion. I'll be checking that periodically throughout the day, and you guys can answer each other's questions. So, alright, thanks, have a wonderful day.